Here are my round of 16 Euro predictions. First up, we have got Spain versus Georgia, and Spain have won every single game, and they're the only team in the competition to do so. With players like Lamine Yamal, Rodri, Morata, Cucurella, they've got a really good team, and I wouldn't be surprised if they absolutely batter Georgia. Moving on to Georgia, who picked up a possible 4 points out of 9, losing 3-1 to Turkey, drawing 1-1 to Czechia, and then surprisingly beating Portugal 2-0. Players like Kavisha and Mick Detausa, Georgia have got some really good players, and I wouldn't be surprised if they put up a fight against Spain. With all this being said, I'm going to go for Spain 4, Georgia 0. I'm really sorry, Georgia, but I think Spain are going to put up a really good performance and absolutely batter Georgia. But hopefully I'm wrong. Next up, it's host Germany versus Denmark. And Germany started off the campaign with a 5-1 win against Scotland, 2-0 win against Hungary, and a 1-1 draw against Switzerland. Germany have got some good young prospects like Musiala, Wirtz, Havertz. They've got a really good team. And if they go and batter Denmark, I really wouldn't be surprised. Denmark is very interesting. They started off the campaign with a 1-1 draw against Slovenia, then a 1-1 draw against England, and most recently a 0-0 draw against Serbia, meaning they've scored a total of 2 goals, conceded 2, lost 0, won 0. It's a very interesting record, but the through in second place got really lucky making it through in second place without winning, but then they got Germany in the round of 16. I don't think luck's going to be on the side in this game. Eriksson might score, but my prediction is Germany 2, Denmark 1. Next up is Portugal versus Slovenia. And Portugal started off the campaign with a 2-1 win against Czechia, a 3-0 win against Turkey, and then they lost 2-0 to Georgia. You shouldn't focus on the loss to Georgia too much, because in the first 2 games they were very dominant. They topped the group already, so they had a game spare. Slovenia haven't actually won a game, drew 1-1 to Denmark, 1-1 to Serbia, and 0-0 to England. So I think Portugal are really going to try and capitalise on an easier draw, but you never know. Slovenia could cause an upset, but I'm going to go for Portugal 2, Slovenia 0. And now we are moving on to France versus Belgium. Of course, France started the campaign with a 1-0 win against Austria via an own goal, and then they drew 0-0 to Netherlands with a very controversial offside goal, and then in the last game drew 1-1 to Poland. They picked up 5 points in this group, yet only managed to score 1 legitimate goal. And I'm not really impressed with how France have been playing this tournament, and I really wouldn't be surprised if Belgium beat them in normal time. Belgium lost 1-0 to Slovakia, beat Romania 2-0, and then drew to Ukraine 0-0, who eventually didn't make the round of 16. It's going to be close, both have top quality players, and in the 90 minutes, I can see this game being 1-1. It'll go to extra time, Lukaku might score a few offside goals, but on penalties, I'm going to go for France to win. Originally, I said Belgium, but the more I think about it, France have just got that top quality players like Kylian Mbappe. Just think overall, France have got a better squad, and I think on penalties, France are going to make their quarterfinal. Next up is Romania versus Netherlands, and Romania topped the group with a 3-0 win against Ukraine, a 2-0 loss to Belgium, and then a 1-1 draw to Slovakia. Romania have impressed me, unlike Netherlands. Netherlands started off the campaign with a 2-1 win against Poland, very unconvincing. They then drew 0-0 to France, which they were arguably the better team in. And then in the last game, they lost 3-2 to Austria. I'm not convinced about Netherlands. A lot of people are backing them to win, but I'm actually going to go for a bit of an upset. In extra time, Romania win 2-1. Next up is Turkey versus Austria, and this is the game that I can see being the closest. Of course, Austria lost 1-0 to France, beat Poland 3-1, and then beat Netherlands 3-2 to top the group. Impressively, Turkey managed to pick up 6 points in the group. They beat Georgia 3-1, they lost to Portugal 3-0, and then they beat Czechia 2-1. Both teams picked up a respectable 6 points in a very tough group, with Portugal, France, Netherlands being the opponents. But for this one, I think it's going to end 0-0. Extra time it ends 0-0. And it goes to penalties where Austria win 4-3. Everyone needs to stop underestimating Slovakia. They managed to beat Belgium. They picked up a point against Romania. They're a very solid team, and I really wouldn't underestimate them. But now moving on to England, where we beat Serbia 1-0, drew to Denmark 1-1, and drew to Slovenia 0-0. It wasn't a very interesting group, and it wasn't a very interesting games. Southgate tactics were awful, but we somehow managed to top the group. This isn't going to be a great prediction. I'm saying England 1, Slovakia 1. And then this game goes to extra time. Nothing happens in extra time. And it goes to penalties, and England win. You know what? I'm going to stay confident. We win on penalties, but the fact that it would have to go to penalties wouldn't be a good sign. If England make the quarterfinals, we'll have to play Switzerland or Italy, and Switzerland beat Hungary 3-1, drew to Scotland 1-1, and drew to Germany 1-1. Italy, on the other hand, beat Albania 2-1, lost to Spain 1-0, and then drew to Croatia 1-1 in the end. It's going to be a tough game, but unfortunately, I see Italy winning in extra time, 2-1. If you disagree with my predictions, let me know in the comments. Let me know your big upsets. Let me know who you think is going to win the competition. I just want some engagement in the comment section. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one.